It's been quite a while now since the Lena Cup has been released, and I've meant to do a review about it, but then other things come up and requests come up and I just keep pushing it off. So I'm finally taking some time to do an actual review. First of all, this cup is top-notch, very well made. They paid attention to details and listened to what the cup community had to say. Granted, they had some great people behind this cup already. We all know that Bryony was a part of it, but also Obsidian from Menstrual Cup's WordPress had some input on this cup as well. So the Lena Cup is available in two different sizes, a small and a large, two different firmness, the original and sensitive, and comes in a few different colors. At least the original does. I'm not sure if they added colors to the sensitive version yet, or at the time of this video. Don't forget that we're all different, so my experience might be very different from your experience. And please don't base your purchase off of my experience alone. If you want to hear how the Lena Cup worked out for me, stay tuned. Hello everyone, it's Red Herring. I hope you're having a great day. Any websites, links, or discount codes that I might have at this time will be in the description below. If you find anything helpful or interesting in this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. The Lena Cup in the original firmness is one of the more firm bell-shaped cups on the market, and the body is more firm than the rim of the cup. And although the sensitive version is softer than the original Lena Cup, it's still not an extremely soft cup. If I had to give it a number from 1 to 5, 5 being the most firmest cup out there, this would still be like a 2.5. And the rim, I would say, would be like a 2. The original popped open on its own. I didn't have to do any kind of coaxing to get it to open. Even the small size opened just fine. The sensitive version did take a little bit more time to open up, but I didn't have to fumble around with it or try to make it pop open by pinching it or pushing it to my vaginal wall or anything. The first time that I used the Lena Cup, my cervix was on the higher side. And this is a bell-shaped cup with a flared rim, and it did ride up and sit higher for me. I started to experience cramping. I ended up taking it out using another cup for the next day. I didn't have any cramps that day with that other cup, so I used the Lena Cup again, and I got cramps again. I have tried this cup several different periods and I do experience some extra cramping, so I don't know what it is. I can use a firm cup, I can use a bell-shaped cup, I can use a cup with a flared rim, and I don't have any problems, but something about the combination of this particular cup just didn't sit well with me. I did end up purchasing the small Lena Cup. This is the Brie version. I think it was Brie on the box. I don't think she was going by Bryony yet. But I didn't have any problems with this one. This one was comfortable. I couldn't feel it while I was wearing it. I did trim off the stem because I wore it more often. In fact, although the company might suggest against using their menstrual cup for penetrative sex, I found that the Lena Small Original applied some pressure on some good sensitive areas and gave me extra good sensations. I didn't have any problems with the small or the large in the sensitive version. Even the large size didn't give me extra cramps. As I mentioned, these rode up and sat higher in my vaginal fornix around my cervix. I did have to do a series of bearing down to be able to reach it easier. Sometimes it was just easier for me to squat down on the floor or in the tub to be able to reach it. I have heard of people complaining about the grip rings being really prominent and feeling kind of scratchy, but since these cups sat higher for me, I didn't feel them at the opening of my vagina. And even when I went to remove the original firmness, which is the one that feels more firm, the grip rings feel more firm, my fingers pinched down on the base and that kind of blocked most of it, and there's only small areas that are exposed, so I didn't feel those on the way out. None of the cups created a really tight seal for me, so just a small pinch, a regular pinch to remove it, released any kind of seal or suction that the cup had created. The Lena Cup is really high quality in my opinion, really nicely made. All of the flash lines or the seams are finished off really well. You can't feel them with your fingertips. Personally, all except for one was really comfortable for me to wear, and for the most part easy for me to insert and remove. If I had to say one thing that maybe I didn't care for so much, was that if this cup is riding up and sitting higher for me, that means my cervix is sitting more deeply inside of it, and it compromises the capacity. So I didn't get like the full capacity of this cup, which I didn't even write down. I'll go ahead and put it here, how much capacity it holds. But if I had a very heavy period, I would have to, or I did have to, empty it more frequently than I would have liked to. I feel like this cup is probably more comfortable for those with a medium to low cervix, but you can still wear it just fine. If you have a high cervix, you might just need to do those series of bearing down to reach it, as I did. Well, that's all I have about the Lena Cup for now, in both the original version and the sensitive version. If I missed anything or if you had additional questions, go ahead and leave me a comment down below. If you're watching this and you're planning on picking up one of the Lena Cups, please use one of my affiliate links down below. Nothing extra comes out of your pocket, but it helps me to help others like you. Also, leave me a comment down below if you already picked up one of the Lena Cups. Which firmness version did you get, and is it your Goldilocks cup? Until I see you next time, take care.